Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So for today's video, I'm going to be making a little memory keeping book using the Planners Anonymous Riviera kit. So let's go ahead and get to it. Alright, so this week we are going on holidays. You're going to see that weekly decoration on Sunday. So I'm going to be using the Riviera kit from PA to make this one. This is sort of going to be my... It's like an addition to. Sometimes I like to make extra little bits for my weekly decos, and so they kind of go together. So for this one, I'm going to be making it first. So what I'm going to do is make a bit of a, kind of like a memory book. Not really a memory as in, I don't want to be sort of sticking photos and making it all pretty and stuff, but just somewhere quick and easy that I can pull out and I can write down sort of what we did on each of the days we're away. So I want it to sort of fit into my planner a little bit, and this is sort of, you're going to have to watch both to sort of get the idea of it. So this is going to whet your appetite and start it up, and then hopefully you'll come back on Sunday and watch the second part of it. So the book's going to be sort of about this big, and when we do the deco, I'm going to make it so you pull it out the side, so it'll all make sense. So to do that, we're going to have to make a little booklet that's about sort of a half of the page that I've got. Half page that I've got, and then just a little bit smaller so that I've got room to kind of squeeze it in there. So I've grabbed some craft paper. I just thought that craft would be really cool, so that's really all I'm doing here. And we're going to make a little book. We're going to make a cover, and we're going to do a bit of decorating to the pages so that we kind of age them up a bit. And then yeah, I'll be able to show you in the next video what or how this all kind of pulls in together, but you'll get the gist. So I'm just going to make this, I'm actually just going to make it a little bit smaller than A5, because I might need to, actually I need to make it slightly bigger than A5, because when I stick it all together I might need to trim off bits to make it kind of fit. So I've gone just to 15 centimeters or 6 inches, and I'm just going to cut all of those down. So I've got 5 pieces of pages here. My holiday is about 10 days long, so by having 5 I'm going to have plenty of room. So just, because we're also going to fold this over. Actually I think it might end up being too big. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I think I might only need 4 bits, not 5. So we'll just do 4. And when I fold it up, I'll know if I've got enough or not. So I'm using my washi tape to keep the size consistent. I just find it's an easy way to do it. I know I've got the other measurement here, but at least I just sort of feel like this helps me. So I've got my 4. I'm going to grab my scoreboard. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to trim these down a little bit. So I'm going to cut off couple of different, I'm going to keep them together now. We'll just sort of see if that works. I'm not sure if it will, but we'll see. So I'm just going to take, how much is that? I'm going to take about a centimetre off the top to start with, and we'll just sort of cut it down. I have got plenty of this paper. It doesn't bother me if I waste a little bit. So just, doesn't have to be perfect, but roughly a centimetre. And I'm going to do, actually I should have taken 2. So I'm going to do that off the top and the bottom, but it really doesn't matter, does it? So let's go there. This just needs a little bit more. So I'm trying to make it so it sort of fits within my lines a little bit. I don't need it to be perfect, which is why I'm not measuring it. But just the general kind of gist. Tinsy bit more. I can hear you all screaming, why don't you just measure it? None of you sound like that. None of you sound like that. You all get my way of doing things. Okay, so now that that's done, so this is 15, so half of this will be 7.5, which is hard with an inch board. So 7.5, 6 inch, 3 inches, so there we go. I've worked out inches quickly, go me. So I'm going to score this at 3 inches, which is that 7.5 centimetres, like I said. And this is sort of going to make the basis of our book. Whoop. No! I'm actually going to leave that. It's not going to be the worst thing, so I think I can get away with it. If I can't, I'll trim it up in a minute, but that should be fine. Okay, so there we go, our little foldy pages. Fold them in. Whoops. That one I did not push down hard enough. I hate that. You can tell which ones I did in order because one of them was too hard and the other ones were all too soft. We did make these a little bit too big on purpose, so if they're not quite perfectly lined up, that's absolutely fine. We can just trim off extras in a minute. Alright, so there we've got our 4 little bits, and they sit like that. So in a minute I'll trim that down so that it fits nicely. So I'm just sort of going here, so you've got the cover, got Sunday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I've got too many. Okay. Just checking again. I've got Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Perfect. So I only need 3. Even better. So then I'm going to come in with the piece of paper from the kit. I'm going to use this one. I just think it looks really pretty with all that backgrounds and stuff on it. So I'm going to cut this down to be just a little bit bigger than the 15, because again I can trim it all in just a second. And then I'm gonna leave this one and I will trim it afterwards. And then I'm just gonna score this at the 3 again. Being a bit more forceful this time so that I make sure I get it right. I forgot about the little bit of extra, but that's alright. It'll all fit. I have faith. And if it doesn't, I'll just trim it down so it does. So you got the cover. Yeah, I'll trim it down anyway. And then you've got the bit on the inside. So I think there's obviously lots of ways that you can bind this together. I think a stapler is going to be fine for this one. So I'm just going to knock that down to the bottom. And then we're going to go ahead and staple this all so it sticks together. I've just got to find a stapler. Alright, so I've got my teeny tiny little stapler. This is a Kiki K one. I've also just grabbed out my, it's actually a mouse pad, but anything sort of a bit soft and squishy will work. So I'm just giving this a test first. Yeah, that's going to work fine. And then I can just push it in, and that sort of was the idea. So, put that together. I am a super duper worrisome wart when it comes to stapling things. I find they never sort of tend to stay for me. So I like to just do stuff like that so that it stays a little bit. And then we can just go ahead, line this up on the spine. And just staple away. Like I said, we're going to cut some extra excess off, so if it's not perfect, it's okay. And I'll just do 3. And I can bring in that score tool again just to shut those up. All right. So when we fold that closed again, the staples are all in the right spot. That's the part that always worries me. The rest of it I can deal with, but the staples are always the part that make me nervous. So then I can go ahead and trim off anywhere I think there's excess. Oh, I was going to say it's not going to be the easiest thing in the world to do because that's a little rough, but it shouldn't. I should be able to make it work enough. So I'm just coming in to here. That actually cut really beautifully. Hooray! And there we have our little book. Oh, that's actually really cute. I'm really happy with that. Alright, so now that we've got our little book and the pages all, I can sort of go through here. I just want to add a little bit of texture, and then we'll add in a couple of extra little added things along the way. So I've just grabbed a bit of distress ink. This one is Gathered Twigs, nice brown, just on a bit of on the foam blending pad, and I'm just coming around the edges. I could have done this before I stapled it together, but I really wanted it to look a bit more, not messy, that's not the right word, but textured. So I'm just coming in along the edges. I'm going to do this to all the pages. It's not going to be terribly exciting to watch, but I'm going to do this around all the pages, and front and back. That'll give us a bit of texture. And the other cool thing is here, if it happens to get a bit bent or a bit ratty on the edges, that's okay as well. It's sort of the reason I used the craft paper, because I want it to be a little bit ratty or a little bit not quite perfection. Otherwise I would have used white. While I've got this tool out, I'm just making sure I hit the front as well, just to age that a little bit. When I do my weekly deco, you'll kind of understand a bit of the vintagey thing, because I have ideas. I haven't done it yet. I keep talking like I've actually already done it. I haven't. I'm not going to put that away yet because I'm going to need it, but I'm going to put that away. Okay, and then for the sort of inside, so what did we say? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, no, sorry. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Okay, we've got a spare page, that's okay. So, this one's going to stay as blank. Where's the stamp set? I'm going to bring in another stamp set to use here because I really love the Bon Voyage kit as well for travels, but I'm just going to bring in a little bit, or a few of the ones here as well. So I'm going to put, this is where I love bringing in multiple sets of stamps. It's just so much fun. So Sunday is the 6th. So I'm going to put that down first. Where did that stamp block go? So I'm going to put those sort of up in this top corner. And I'm fine if it's not perfect. It doesn't have to be, because we're going for that kind of rough look. 7, 8, 9, 6. And I don't mind if I put them in different places. There's nothing wrong with sort of putting one down here to kind of, I can then sort of journal or take notes or whatever I need to do kind of around it. So I'm just going until Sunday because we're coming home on Sunday. So I'm going to leave this last page here as a, what's the word I'm looking for? Summary page, that was what I wanted. Or just somewhere where I can write extra notes, put anything else in that I want to, just kind of mix that up a little bit. So I've got my little stampies. I'm going to add in a couple of extra ones from in here. I've got the one that says get lost. I'm going to put the one in that's got what a view. So I'm just going to play with this more than anything else. So I know where we're going to be on certain days. So I'm just going to put certain ones on certain days. So on the Wednesday, I know I'm going to be somewhere where I'm going to have a heck of a good view. So I'm just going to put that one down there. Put that one on the Saturday. Now, Distress Ink's not the best for stamping with. I'm happy to say that. So I'm just having fun kind of playing with it. And this is then when I'm going to bring in a couple more of the ones from Bon Voyage as well. So this is one that just has vacation mode activated. I'm just going to pop that. Oh, that one's stamped better. And I'm going to put this one here that's got road trip because we're driving. Alright, so I've got plenty of stamps there, so when I go I'll take both those stamp sets so I can add a little bit more. I'll also make sure I can distress this up a bit. So I need to do two little things to the cover. So the first thing is I need to put those flowers on it because that's going to be how I kind of grab it out. So I don't want to do, I don't want to do too much. I don't want to overdo it because I need to sort of see how it's going to sit. So it's sort of going to sit and stick on this side, not on this side. This side will stay the same. I'm just going to distress it up a little bit on the edges as well, just so it's not quite so white. I'm not putting anything else on my brush, on my foamy though. I've got plenty. So I'm just trying to take away some of the white, and that'll all again make a bit more sense when you see the deco that I'm going to do, because it won't be white. It will be. It's not going to be black, but I'm going to add some stuff to it. Alright. That's okay. That's better anyway. So I think what I'll do, because my idea is it's going to sort of slide in, but I might just need to leave it the way it is for now, just so that I don't keep going. Or overdo it and end up not having it right when I do the other way. I am just going to grab, I've obviously got the stickers. I've got so much more that I can decorate this with along the way. Where did the stickers go? I'm just checking if there's anything I want to put in here before I do the deco. I'll finish decorating a little bit more of this when we get to it. Just seeing again where that's going to sit. So I liked the idea of using that little menu sticker there to put sort of on the side. So I'm going to use this one. Oh no, I'm not. Sorry, I just found another one. So I'm going to put that back. Hopefully back in exactly the right spot so I don't waste it. Ah, perfect. Perfection. I didn't see the slightly smaller one over here. So I'm just really quickly going to add a little bit of brown to this one as well. If I can find where I put my phone in. There it is. Good thing, or the cool thing is it's got a little bit of a gold flecky on it as well. So I can put that there. It'll be hidden when it's in its little spot. But when it comes out, you'll be able to see it. It's just not quite straight and I need to fix it. It doesn't look like much now. It will look like a lot later when you keep adding to it and when I can put my notes and everything in there. I could have just done it plain white. I just thought it would look really cool as a different colour. And I have so many travel-y themed stamps, especially from PA. So I'm going to have some fun putting these together. So just for now, that's going to sit as it is. Actually, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab the paper clip. I'm just going to use the paper clip, which is the bonus item. Actually, I'm going to leave that on there during the week as well. I'll find a way to put it on there. So it's going to hold it still for now while I wait, or while you wait for me to do my weekly deco, which will be going up on Sunday. They're going to talk to each other, which I love when I can do projects that go across 2 videos. I don't do them very often because I do like things to be standalone. This book can completely be stand its own though. Like you can just do a little memory book. The idea sort of comes from Heidi Swap's, what does she call it? Stop the Blur, that's what it's called. It kind of comes from that, writing down notes, writing down little bits each day to kind of just trigger your memory. If I don't write all of it in here, that's fine. Just as much as I possibly can, and then I can kind of work it out or do more as I go along. But I'm also preparing myself for December daily because I'm going to do something like this for December as well. So I'm getting all of my journaling readiness ready to go. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed this little project. It's nothing complicated. It's pretty simple. It's paper and staples. But hopefully it'll all fit together with the weekly deco and will make a lot of sense. I'm hoping you will come back and join me on Sunday. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and make sure you come back Sunday for that video. I hope you have an absolutely awesome rest of your day and I will catch you again in my next video. Sending lots of huggles. Bye!